So I oftentimes go into GameStop expecting to pick up one thing and end up picking up something different or extra. And this was no exception. I had Everybody, as you can see, I am back in my apartment and I have picked up a game from GameStop. I want to kick things off with my first pickup of the week from GameStop, and this is a game that I paid for entirely with credit. It looks fun. I'm excited to try it. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania on the Switch. This game just came out this week, and of course I have 2 more Switch games coming later in the week. One of them I'm sure very excited for. I am also very excited for it. The other one, we'll see. I'm curious about it. I pre-ordered it a long time ago though, and it's finally coming out. But yeah, this looks fun. This is the launch edition or anniversary edition. So if you're curious what this big box comes with, it's the game. It's got some DLC codes in there, and then you get a Monkey Ball art book. So it's not like a substantial limited edition, but you also paid nothing extra for it. This is just the version that you get if you pre-ordered, so hey, I'll take it. So yeah, I have 2 Monkey Ball games. I'm probably gonna start with this one just because this one's like 1, 2, and Deluxe, so the earlier Monkey Ball games before I play Blitz on the Xbox. So, pretty excited to try a Monkey Ball game. I've heard they're good, fun multiplayer / arcadey game, so see how it goes. But yeah, that's my first pick of the week, and I'll see you for the very next one. Another week, another trip to Cash America. See if they got anything this time. Nothing today. There are a couple interesting items. They had a collection of PSP games, including Metal Gear Portable Ops, but that doesn't have as much value as I hoped it was going to. They also have a couple Forza games on the 360 that I was thinking about because they usually give me 360 games for really cheap, but again, I just don't think they were worth picking up right now. So, that's alright. It's a bust, but that's fine. So now I'm gonna head across the street to Value Pawn and see if they've got anything. Well, I was in the neighborhood, so let's go take a look at Value Pawn, see if they've got anything. I don't have my hopes up, but you never know. Let's go. So another bust, but that was kind of expected. The one thing they did have, and I did go back to look at it one more time just to see the price, was they had a complete in-box copy of Bravely Default on the 3DS. And that's actually a fairly valuable game. Problem was, they wanted $35 for it, which that's about what it's going for on eBay. So that's a hard pass from me. So came on empty. That happens sometimes. Maybe you'll get lucky later on in the week or at a different pawn shop. But for now, nothing to show for it. All right, I'm back here. I'm looking for games to flip for trade credit. Let's see if we can find a Value Pawn today. All right, so I meant to film some actual game hunting footage in there. I didn't. I should have. But I did do pretty well. Now, I'm a little more lenient this time instead of how I was the past couple times I went game hunting, because I'm looking for games mostly to trade in to GameStop, because right now they're doing a promo where if you trade in 5 games, you get an additional 50% off. So games that I might have been on the fence about, I'm willing to pay for because I get an additional half in credit. So I did very well. One of them I absolutely hit a home run on. The other 2, I think I'll get a decent amount of extra credit. I'm actually going to be looking to go to a couple more pawn shops to trade in some stuff towards my pre-order of Metroid Dread, which came out today. So we're going to be doing that, but in the meantime, I figured, you know what, let's pick out some stuff. Well, I've done well here before. Only a couple times, but still. Let's go check Queen of Pawns and see if they've got any good deals on games. Let's go. Well, there were some games in there that I don't see normally, but they wanted 10 apiece. Hard pass. I could definitely do better at other places. So it's a bust, but that's okay. Let's head over to the old standby and see if we find anything good there. You know what time it is. It's Cash America time. Let's go in, see if we can strike gold this time. All right, did pretty well. I got another nice little bundle of games. Paid $27 for the ball, which is honestly really good, especially considering what the titles are. One I might keep, the rest I'm definitely going to flip to GameStop. I got one more pawn shop I'm going to check out, and then I will show off what I got from all of them for a kind of mega recap. All right, last stop of this game hunting trip is Value Pawn number 2. Let's see if they've got anything. Probably not, but you never know. Okay, it's been a pretty crazy time, but I scored at 3 different pawn shops. I didn't get a chance to film any of the recaps because literally as soon as I was about to come out and film them, either there were people waiting or the bus just pulled up. So I'm gonna film them all at once. So first we went to Value Pawn, the first one, and sometimes I scored there, sometimes I didn't. This time I did pretty well, one game in particular. That's one thing that's kind of funny is out of all 3 of these, each one there was one game that I absolutely scored on. The rest I did okay. I picked up a lot of games that were in kind of the $5 to $6 range in terms of trade-ins. And the main reason why I did is because Gamestop's trade-in bonus, where if you trade in 5 games or more, you get a 50% bonus. And that's in addition to your pro membership, so you get 60%. So I'm like, well, $5 games become $9, $10 games. So those add up after a while, and they sure did. So first game I picked up is Last of Us Remastered on the PS4. This one has, I think, a $5 trade-in, so nice, easy one to pick up. I paid $5 for that. All 3 of these I paid $5 for. The second one, Resident Evil 7 on the PS4. Another one that's worth like $5 to $6. Easily flip it to GameStop. And then this one, I was kind of astounded because there were certain games that they priced higher than others. They told me this one was priced at $5. I'm like, you clearly looked at the wrong listing when you were pricing it, but I don't care. I absolutely scored on it. This was by far the score of the day. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This is the 3rd time I've gotten this game fairly cheap. $5. And this trades in after bonuses for like 32. So this basically pays for my pre-order of Metroid Dread almost by itself. And I paid $5 for it, so slam dunk there. So those are the first 3. The next ones, I picked up 5 games at Cash America. All of these were 5 except for the last one, which was 7, but I did well when you include the bonuses on all of them. First off, we have a Lego Ninjago, the game on the PS4. I was going to keep this. I actually thought about it, but if I'm going to play this, I'd rather play it on Xbox. And also, this trades in for like $11, so I think I'll take the cash, or credit in this case. Next up, another one I flipped many times before, Mortal Kombat 11. It's worth $5. I can get like $8 or $9 for it. Mafia 3 on the Xbox One. Another one I flipped multiple times. You can get decent credit for it. Call of Duty World War II. Another one you can get $5 or $6 for. I'm going to get like 8 or 9 for it because of the bonuses. And then last but certainly not least, the game that I scored the best on. Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Xbox One. It includes both discs. It's in good shape. I paid $7 for it, and I think I can get like 16 in credit, so pretty solid double up on that one. And then I picked up 3 more games from the second Value Pawn, and again, I got there at a good time because they were just about to put out some games. One of them I got for the collection, and I think you'll agree with me that it's just, I got it mostly just because of what it is and it's funny. These I originally did a no-look on, because I figured, well, they're one of them I've traded in before. One of them I'm pretty sure had some value, and turns out I was right on both counts. First, we have Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 on the Xbox One. This one's like a $6 trade-in with the bonuses. I'll do a little better. I originally paid $7, so it's not quite as good of a margin as some of the others. But again, I did a no-look, and I'm still going to make a little money on it. The big score of that lot was Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 on the PS4. This trades in for like $12. I paid $7 for it, and I'm going to get like almost 20 after the bonus. So pretty solid bonus there. So those are all the games I'm trading in. But then I got this because of what it is and how much it was. I just thought it was funny. A sealed copy of MX vs. ATV Untamed on the PSP. Now, as you can see, this is like the worst quality seal I've ever seen. But it is sealed, which is kind of funny for a PSP game. It's also only $4. So I'm like, you know what? I'll open that. And now I have a complete PSP game to add to my collection. So I'll take it. So I'm going to go trade in this giant stack of games to GameStop. And if my math serves me right, I'm going to make like over $100 in trading credit. Which is pretty good considering I paid, I think, $56 for all of it. So yeah, I'm gonna get some stuff. So let's head over to GameStop and see what I get. All right, last stop of this gaming trip. We're going to GameStop to pick up Metroid Dread and maybe something else and do a bunch of trade-ins. Let's go. Oh, how things change. So I oftentimes go into GameStop expecting to pick up one thing and end up picking up something different or extra. and this was no exception. I had a lot of credit. I think grand total I had over $120, which was a little less than what I expected, but I guess the numbers were a little off. I don't know. My original intent was I was going to pre-order or fully pay off my pre-order of Metroid Dread, the standard edition, and then maybe look around, either get some extra stuff or just use the credit on, you know, save the credit for something else. Well, they had some stuff that I honestly was not expecting them to have. So, as a lot of you know, Metroid Dread is kind of Nintendo's big fall game this year. Came out with a special Amiibo set. There's a limited edition, which Nintendo very rarely releases limited edition stuff. So, when there is one, they're pretty sought after. And when I was going to pick up my standard edition of Metroid Dread, I saw a couple things behind the counter just sitting there, and I asked the team member there, hey, are those available? Yep, I felt like I had to. So first off, I got the Amiibo set. So this is the Metroid Dread Samus and Emmy Amiibos. They actually have special functionality in the game. They give you power-ups once per day. So I can actually use these when I'm playing the game, which will help me out. They're also just cool looking. So that's pretty neat. And I fully expected those were going to be very, very difficult to find. They've been like going off and on online a lot lately, where like they'll show up and then they're gone in about 5 minutes. But there was another thing there. And this I genuinely did not expect they would have an extra copy of. But they did. And yes, it is a lot more expensive than the version I was planning on buying. But I feel it would be a disservice as a gamer if I didn't get this when it was available. So just keep in mind, I traded in $60 worth of games, essentially. Got well over $100 and turned that into that Amiibo set and the Metroid Dread limited edition on the Nintendo Switch. They actually had a copy that was available, just one, behind the counter. I had to do it. I as soon as I saw it, first look at that. That's gorgeous. The box alone is cool, but then you consider the fact that it includes the game, a steelbook, an art book, and cards. This is a game I'm pretty excited about. I've never actually played any of the mainline Metroid games, so this is technically my first one, which is kind of a weird choice because it's technically the last one. But I'm pretty stoked for it, and the fact that they had this, because this special edition is very hard to come by. It's gone in and out of various online retailers a lot, but usually when it's there, it's gone in about 2 minutes. So the fact that I was able to not only get one, but get one entirely on credit is pretty astounding. So I got this, I got the Amiibo set, so that was mostly all of my credit, but I still had about 30 bucks-ish left over. So I used that to pre-order a couple games that are coming out at the end of the month. Guardians of the Galaxy on the Series X and Super Mario Party on the Switch. So I got a head start on those two games. Plus I picked up two things I was honestly not expecting to pick up with Metroid Dread Limited Edition and the Amiibo. So I think I did pretty well considering I turned a bunch of games that really meant absolutely nothing to me that I found at pawn shops into those. Pretty impressive. We'll do a recap when I get home of everything that I got over this week. Alright, so this is going to be kind of an interesting version of the recap because I'm not only going to go over everything I got this week, which wasn't a ton of stuff, but the stuff I got not only is really cool, but there's a lot of interesting special edition things that I picked up, and I haven't opened them. So I'm going to actually open up a lot of cool stuff, and I know some of the collectors are going to cringe when I open up the Metroid stuff, but I have to. I'm going to keep them, so I figure I'll open these up and show you what is included in these special editions and how everything looks up close. So we'll do that in addition to talking about values and everything. So I picked up quite a few things this week. I traded in most of them, so all the pawn hunting that we did earlier today ended up giving me a grand total of $127.80 in credit, which is pretty good considering I only spent $56 on that. So I more than doubled my money, which is really good. That's where most of that went. But let's talk about the stuff I picked up earlier in the week before we get to all the pickups from today. So my first pickup, of course, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania on the Switch. This is the Anniversary Edition. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what comes in the Anniversary Edition. Well, Comes with a cool slipcover. Comes with a cool art book, as you can see, for the 20th anniversary of Super Monkey Ball. So if you're a big art fan, you can see some cool character design and stuff from the various Monkey Ball games. So that's pretty cool. And it comes with the game itself. And it's got a bonus cosmetic pack, so you can put on some extra stuff. It also has a reversible cover, so pretty happy with all that. This was a $40 package, which is pretty good. I'm pretty sure the launch version, it's just like, it's not a special edition, it's just what you pay for, but it comes with the art book and the extra stuff. So $40 for this from GameStop in credit. I did not pay a dime out of pocket for it, and it is worth $40 because it's a new game, so pretty good.